Hello, my fellow airsoft mates. How are you? Of course, I know you all are doing good. You are back for a new episode, and I have a new episode for you guys. For this episode, we changed it a little bit. We sat down with a brand for the first time. And it's not a known brand, it's an upcoming brand, better known as Gripped, Get a Grip. It's a brand from the UK, owned and operated by Ollie Clay, um, a player for Rush Recon. He's very new to the airsoft scene, but he already established to make his own brand. And of course, it's always difficult to make a new brand and to come up with new innovative products. But one of the things I like the most about his mindset is he prefers quality over quantity. So he wants to give you all a good product, what is very important. So you only have to make it buy it once instead of twice. Um, but with that said, you will all get to know him in the episode who's what are you watching now. So for this episode, also we did something new. I invited two mystery guests who were involved with Gript. We tried it. It came out pretty well, I think. Of course, maybe the next time I have to prepare a little bit more, but I think we can do this a couple more times. So, guys, with that said, I'm not going to hold you any longer. Let's jump into the new episode. Yo, Ollie. Ollie, how are you, my man?
I'm all good, mate. How are you?
Mush is always nice. You know, you see it on my face. I have a fresh cut from
Exactly.
30 minutes ago. So people knew when the beard is gone, the game stash is back. So we are locked in.
You're
But
locked
it's
in
not
now.
about me today. It's about you. Ollie, first of all, explain to me who are you? Explain to the listeners who are you and where you're tuning in from.
So I'm Ollie. I play for Rush Recon. I'm from the UK and looking forward to going to challenges this year in March. It'll be my first time playing in over in for the NSL, but it's going to be good. Excited.
Okay, okay. As many people will not know you, you are very new into the game and the
Exactly.
speedsoft
Yeah.
world. Actually, how long are you playing right now?
So in airsoft itself, it will be first time I picked up a rifle would be about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
But speedsoft would be around 6 months ish.
Okay, damn. And already getting on the grind, making sure you have the training done.
Exactly.
Like you said, you are on the team Rush Recon. It's a
Hmm.
team from the UK, of course. Um, when did you actually join this team?
So I think it was back in November last
Okay.
year. So it was about 3 or 4 weeks, or a little bit longer, maybe after I first started, because I first went to Speed Arena, and that was my first time ever doing Speedsoft. It
Okay.
was freshly opened. It was before the Astro was even laid, and it was really good. I was like, I really enjoy this. So I messaged Sal, the captain of Rush, and I was like, how do I get into this Speedsoft stuff? I want to do it. I want to put the money in to do it. I've had the commitment for it. If I want to do something, I'll do it. And it was so he helped me out. I've been training with them for a while, and so I was like, "This will be a trial. Today's your trial." I didn't know nothing about it. He's like,
Right.
"Today's your trial." I was like, "Oh shit! Oh, this is crazy." So the trial went ahead. He said he'll speak to me after. So he spoke to me after. I called him on the way home. He was like, "Welcome to Rush." I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh damn! You get all in everything in one time,
Exactly.
and actually you did like a tryout, a trial. You said.
Yeah.
To be honest, like if Sal told you, like Ollie, today is your trial. What went in your? What was going on in your head? Like, were you nervous? Were you like, oh no, am I good enough or something
Mm.
like that?
So like at first I was like, this is crazy because at the time I didn't know any teams at all in Speedsoft. All I knew was Rush because at my CQB site I used to play at beforehand. There's a guy called Rush Crypt. I don't know if you know him. he used to come down quite a lot in his Rush jersey. I was like, that jersey's sick. That is wicked. And he was speaking to me about it. And I've like, it was in my head, like, since I was like, speedsoft, that's pretty cool. But at the time, I was doing like milsim.
Yeah.
I think everyone starts off at that range.
Yeah, kind of CQP, just playing airsoft in general.
Yeah. And then obviously I went there. Then I was like, I really want to do this. So since knowing Rush, that's all I've known. So having the opportunity to try out for that team, I was like, this is like a big thing for me.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and especially for my first team in Speedsoft to be one of the top 5 teams in the UK, I would
Yeah.
say at the moment. Um, and they compete over abroad, which not many UK teams do.
No,
Um,
definitely. And to be honest, Russia is the only team who ever competed in the USA as a team. As a team,
mm,
I'm gonna say, but
yeah,
there were
exactly.
only two guys, but still they went over to the USA and tried something new.
Was that the
So
HTK event?
yeah, I think so. It was.
Yes.
I don't know where the field is laying or
Mm,
where it's placed, but I think yeah, the HTK. Yeah, it's
yeah.
kind of Speed KB style.
Mm,
So but yeah, still they did it. They had the opportunity to go over and learn something from the US guys.
yeah.
So yeah, nice.
Because I think
Um,
that was when they got the slaughter patches, wasn't it, from
I think so.
the
Yeah.
HTK event? Because I was like, because Rush Tyler, he said, "Do you want my slaughter patch?" I was like, "I want it, but how much do you want for it?" And he gave me a good price, but I just didn't have the money at the time. So it'll be something like I would want in the future because it's a state mark for Rush for their first time competing in the US,
Yeah.
and it's like a in-person event patch as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually awesome, man. To just do a collab with Slaughter, who's a big company in making patches,
Mm,
and very known in the US of their patches. Yeah, it's
exactly.
nice, man. But actually, you started Airsoft slash Speedsoft on the right moment because Speed Arena isn't open that long, I think.
No, it's not been open that long. I know when I went, it was still undergoing a lot of like construction, but
Okay.
it was still perfectly fine. I loved it. My first time I was going, I was like, wow, this is new to me, but it's intriguing. I'm curious of what this is like.
Okay.
Um, and it's what people don't realize. It's actually cheaper than playing at some SpeedQB, CQB sites or Milsim events.
I can say you are still pretty new to the Speedsoft world. The Speedsoft
Mm,
isn't cheap. It's getting
no.
more expensive, and it's just by just shooting all the BBs. You shoot a lot more BBs than you are
Mm,
just playing over in a rec field or playing CKB Milsim. When you're playing Speedsoft, and especially with an M4, you are shooting
hmm
a lot of BBs. It's insane, and that is actually the biggest cost of playing Speedsoft.
hmm
But hey, on the end, we all love it. We like it. We live
exactly.
for it. So we are willing to pay the money to get our BBs. So yeah. And to be honest, like Speed Arena, it was your very first Speedsoft field you went to, right?
Yeah.
Did you already went to like Bunker in the UK or any type or any other type of Speedsoft field?
So I've only been to in the UK Speed Arena and Bunker.
Okay.
But I've only been Bunker once, but I've been Speed Arena pretty much every weekend since I
Okay.
started, pretty much joined Rush, just to get
Okay.
that training and get that more experience. Because knowing I've joined Rush, NSL's coming and it's going to come soon, and I want to be
It's
ready to
coming
get that
soon,
point.
yeah. It's coming soon, and we have like a lot of teams.
Mm,
The Challengers teams will be, and overall, the whole Challengers League will be a league to watch out for because they
yes.
are working their own up to the Pro Series, of course.
Yeah.
And right now, I think this season, the top three gets a place, I think, to the Pro Series.
Yeah.
So it will be a hard fight. It will
It will
be
be.
we have some banger teams like Rush is coming. Then we still have Milites who ended strong last season.
Mm,
We have
100%.
Apex. Then I need to think because I'm not so familiar in the Challengers Cup. Then of course we have 187. We have a new French team, First to Top, who is coming over.
Oh yeah.
I'm
TSR from the UK are going.
okay. Okay, how how many teams from the UK are going to compete this year in NSL Challengers? Do you know?
I think it's only two. It
Okay.
was going to be three with OB, but I think they didn't manage to get on in time because I think all the slots got filled. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. But I know
Yeah.
definitely it's TSR and OB are going. TSR and Rush are going. Sorry.
Okay, nice. And to be honest, it's two teams is better than nothing, of course.
Exactly.
As we know, the Speedsoft scene and the Speedsoft league in general in the UK is growing on the high percentage, is going
Yeah.
fast. Right now, you guys already have like two fields.
Mm.
Of course, the distance between it is bigger than maybe over here in Europe because
Mm.
from me, myself, I have two fields nearby, and when I say nearby, it's in a range of 2 hour drive. So that's
Okay.
still okay. Of course, I know we have still have another Speedsoft field in Germany. I didn't went yet. I am willing to go, but then still we have the problems with the F marking and all the regulations in Germany, what are really precise and really difficult
Mm.
to just go and say I'm not going to do anything, just pack my stuff and go over to Germany. It's
Yeah.
not possible. You need to do so the right way, and you need to legitimize all your stuff. So
Mm.
okay, no, the Speedsoft scene, like I said, is growing in England, in Great Britain, we call it.
Yeah.
Um, how far is the distance? Like, where is Speed Arena located and where is Bunker located? Because right now, for me, I'm planning to go over to the UK. I'm willing to do both fields because
Yeah.
I know both fields are different. I heard from saying Bunker is bigger than Real Strike. Speed
Yeah.
Arena is a little bit smaller than Real Strike.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Can you give me some more info about the two fields if you can?
So from me, where I live, the drive to Speed Arena is about 2 hours and a half. So it's
Okay.
similar to you to your local sites. But then the drive from me to Bunker is about 3.5, 3 hour 45. So
Okay.
it's a bit more of a difference, but to go in there, this is just like having another day out. It's an extra hour
Yeah,
or so. It doesn't really
it's
bother me.
no, of
Um,
course.
but for like the fields themselves, the Speed Arena, I love it there. It feels like a second home.
Okay.
Especially with the people that are there. It's not toxic. Everyone gets on. Sal especially, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
That's like
so
it. He knows
I
what he's doing.
I have to say, Saul, since the day I met him, this guy is a lovely man. He's
Hmm.
so helpful. He's so yeah, just helping everyone out. He shows respect to everyone. If you have a question, just reach out to him. He will always answer. And even when he sees you, he's the most happy person you can ever see. It's so funny to
It
to
is.
yeah to have a chat with him, of course. And to be honest, I'm very excited for him because if I'm right, Speed Arena is owned by Sal.
Sal does own Speed Arena, yes.
Okay, damn. To be honest, that's one of my dreams to own my own field right now or when I'm older. It doesn't
Mm.
matter, but once I will have it. I need to have it once in my life.
I think he's living
So
a lot of people's dreams.
yeah, definitely. Just knowing you can, and of course for Sal it will be maybe like 30-minute drive or maybe
I don't think it's even 30 minutes. It's like
oh,
15.
damn. Damn. Bro, I would be at the field every time of the day. Just every day I would drill, 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 just 1 hour a day. I
Mhm.
wouldn't go to the gym anymore. I
No,
wouldn't. I would just train every day on the field, just getting the reps done and everything. So
I
yeah,
think he
damn.
spends at least 10 hours a day there, just constantly trying to progress the site and
Yeah.
train
Okay.
himself.
Okay.
Like whenever the rush team call him or anything, he's always at the site. He's always doing something there.
Okay.
So he's not just doing it for himself, he's doing it for everyone else as well.
Yeah, he's really a guy who is doing it for the community, not for
Yeah,
himself. He's not willing to make big money of it. He's
no,
just doing it for the community. And to be
exactly.
honest, 2020, the end of 2024, and the beginning of 2025, when we check and when we go back to the beginning of 2024 and to the end of 2024,
Yeah.
the Speedsoft in UK grew a lot, I think,
Mm,
with the two sides, the two fields growing and improving on everything.
yeah.
I see a lot of new teams in the UK, and
I
that's a
think
good
that's
thing.
mainly linked as well to there's been more videography and photography about
Yeah.
recently towards the end of 2024 and the start of 2025, because the main two at the moment are Comfortably Numb. He's a photographer and does a little bit of videography, but his photos are wicked. I think you've seen them on TT's posts or on mine or whatever.
Yeah, I think
His
so. I
photos
think
are
so.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And then there's also XR in Motion. He does all like the clips and all the proper videography. His stuff is insane. Um,
The thing, what I was saying in the beginning when NSL came up with the footage we could buy or just get in the Pro Series, um, at first in 2023 they said like we're gonna have a photographer. Okay, it's nice. It's always nice to have pictures of yourself, but to really grow the sport, you get more people by just posting videos, just
exactly.
small clips of maybe just doing a breakout or something. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter, just something small, but people can see, okay, what are these guys doing? They're shooting with lights. What are they doing?
Mm.
And people are interested just by looking at it. So it's nice to have all this footage. And to be honest, like last year, McSway
Yeah,
and a couple of guys from the UK, from Legion, were playing for Second, but McSwain was already playing with Second.
yeah.
And what he's doing, creating so much content is insane.
Mm.
It's really, I think, helping the community and the UK too, because what I'm always saying on the podcast, everyone once saw the videos of Demu, SYG, SpeedKB,
Yeah,
anything like that. And once you see a video like this and you are an airsofter and you like already speedsoft, but you don't know the competitive speedsoft or anything about it, once you see a video like this, you're sold immediately.
exactly.
No
I want to be
questions
doing that.
asked. Yeah, it's insane, and it's just the adrenaline rush you get from it that is what people like the most.
Yeah.
So it's I'm happy to see the community and the UK is growing on a fast level, and I
Mm.
hope it's even growing faster, so you can have one more, even one more field, so you have more fields over there and more teams, and I see the league is also growing,
But
but
there actually
definitely.
is one more site coming very soon. I think it's released on the 1st or the 2nd of February.
Oh damn.
It's called Berserker. I don't know too much about it. I've just seen it on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
But that's more of UK SpeedQB. So it's nothing to do with NSL. It's more of a SpeedQB thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know Speed Arena and Bunker do very similar things towards
Yeah.
NSL. But
But
then,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
say one thing. On the end, it doesn't matter. A speedsoft
No,
field is a speedsoft field. It doesn't
exactly.
matter what format they are running, as long as you can go over it.
Mm.
Just play some games. Is it SpeedKB? Is it ESL? Is it NSL? Is it maybe CSL? What they are doing in
Yeah,
USA? It doesn't matter what it is. You have to play everything to become the best you can ever be.
exactly.
So you have to learn from every format. So it doesn't matter
Mm.
that much. But to be honest, I'm excited. I heard some rumors about SpeedKB coming back.
Mm.
I didn't know it was in the UK, but yeah, nice. I'm excited for that. To be honest, this year, 2025, I will be going over to UK. I'm not sure when or how, but I will do it, even it's for an event or for a clinic. I'm
Mm.
not sure right now, but I will go to the UK once this year.
Yeah, it'll be really good
That's
to have you over.
yeah, that's one thing I can assure you guys. One thing. I will be in UK this year. Maybe once, maybe twice, maybe thrice. I don't know, but I will be there once.
We
So
need you to do a clinic at Speed Arena.
yeah, I know. Like you saw my previous post,
Hmm.
I'm willing to do it. I just need to figure out some things with the fields and how we're gonna run it. And to be honest, I'm a person who is working in perfection, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And especially when I'm taking time of people who are coming for me to learn from me,
Yeah.
I want to have I want them to have the best day of their life. When they
Mm.
go outside, they know, okay, damn, I learned a lot today. And
Yeah.
I need to figure out like what I'm going to give, what I'm going to learn, which secrets I'm going to tell you guys. So it's all about this, but I want to organize it on a perfect way. So it's worth the money, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't want people just to come over and I'm doing a clinic and I'm just saying, yeah, guys, you can play. I will watch and I will give you feedback if needed. If not, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still here if you want me.
Yeah.
That's not the type I want to do. So I want to really invest my time in organizing a real good clinic where people can come to and where it's worth their money. So yeah, we will see. It's coming.
Hmm.
I'm working on it. I have a lot on my plate right now. Pro Series is coming up. Challengers is coming up. Like
Yeah.
some people know, I'm going to coach the Challengers teams too.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of work to do, and even outside the
Yeah.
airsoft, I still have a lot to do.
Well, to be
Uh,
fair, even with the traction from like the TJ and Kodak clinic, the amount of people that were there was mental. Like I think there was over 30 people there,
yeah.
and that's a lot for at Speed Arena because yeah, it's just that having that many people, it's like this is insane. We need this more
Mhm.
often. Um, but yeah, I'm sure if you did it or if multiple people came with you or whatever, it'll be even the same or even more
Yeah, and
people there.
that's a good thing. Like a lot of people came to the clinic. Like
Mm,
they are from the US. They are the ruling globals
yeah,
champions. I know these guys for already a couple of times,
yeah,
and I have to say the mind of these guys is way different than the guys in Europe. The
yeah,
way they are thinking, the way they are taking on specific strategies or tactics is way different. Their mindset is different, so it's a very good thing. Um, even to new people to come over. And that's the thing you need to know. Like once you are doing a clinic, you will have people who never been on the speedsoft field.
yeah,
And these are some things you need to consider and implement in your clinic, how you're gonna do the clinic, etc., etc.
yeah,
So it is coming, I can say you that, but it takes some time. So
yeah.
keep posted. It will come, of course. Okay, Ollie, I'm gonna ask you. You said already a couple of things, but I'm still gonna ask you the question, the main question of this podcast.
Hmm.
Ollie, how did you get into airsoft? Where did it all start?
So when I was about 12 or 13, I've been wanting to do it. If I'm seeing videos from like Silo, is it Silo?
Yeah,
Um, like watching his videos and also kicking Mustang as well later on. Just watching them outside in the trees, just doing something that's unusual for me to see at that age. I'm intrigued by this.
yeah.
And I had this conversation with my parents. 'Cause at the time I was quite young. I was like, "Can I do this?" And they're like, "No." So
I'm
they
gonna
took
stop you right there. Can you maybe say your age? So I have like a storyline in my head.
so I'm 20, just turned
20.
20,
Okay, damn, you're still a baby.
still a baby.
Okay, yeah.
Um, so yeah, I wanted to start when I was younger. I wish I did because knowing how much I've like progressed recently to then if I started that when I was younger, God knows how good I would be now. Or for example,
Yeah,
um,
definitely. It's the same for me too. If you can start on a younger age,
mhm,
you progress way easily,
yeah,
and of course you have way more time. Like right now, I have my work, I have a girlfriend, I have my
mm.
household and everything. So I still have some things to do. And I'm not sure how the rules are in the UK. From which age can you start playing airsoft?
I don't think there is a certain age because I've played CQB with like children that are like 6 or 7.
Okay.
But obviously, I don't think they can own their own replica or pistol
Okay.
or high cap or
They
anything.
need probably like in Belgium, there need to be like a supervisor or
Yeah,
a parent.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
I think also it's either a two-tone weapon as well.
okay.
So it's like it's nothing that's a realistic color like black,
Oh,
beige, green, or colors like that. So it's got to be black with like blue, red, like accents on it, so it doesn't
okay,
look real.
okay,
Um, because we have something called Yukara as well. So if you play at a site like a Speaker B site, if you play there multiple times, you can sign up for a membership, and that automatically gives you a Yukara code, which gives you the right to own all black rifles or pistols.
okay,
So you have
okay.
that form of certificate, so you can have that.
It's still like a ruling thing
Yeah.
about replicas and
Mm.
even the airsoft replicas
Yeah.
in the UK. I'm gonna say in Belgium it's actually very easy.
Mm.
We have the regulations, of course, like you can't go into a shop with your replica and
Yeah.
things like this. But on the end, to buy an airsoft replica, it's very simple. If you are, sorry, if you are 18 years old, you are an adult,
Yeah.
and you can go to the shop, you can buy a replica, and no questions asked.
I wish it
Of
was that
course,
easy.
okay, maybe of course I never did it, but
Mm.
maybe if you are coming like, okay, you're 18 years old, the people behind the desk are maybe gonna ask you some things, but on the end, there is no big regulation about it
Yeah.
in Belgium. So, but let's go back to the story. You were talking about big YouTubers like Mustang and Silo.
Yeah.
So that was a big inspiration for you.
Yeah, it was. It was like it's something different. Like I was used to watching YouTube, random videos on YouTube or watching TV. And I'm like, they've seen it come up. I was like, yeah, I'm intrigued in this. I want to do this. Obviously, my parents said no at the time. So I just laid off the idea because I'm not going to get it out of them. They're not going to let me. So when I got to 18, I was like, I really want to do this.
Okay.
Um, and I still laid it off a bit because I didn't realize how much it was to start. Because buying your first rifle, your first pistol, it's a big hit at the
Yeah,
start
definitely,
because
definitely.
you're not used to spending 200, £300 perhaps out of nowhere at that age. But then I was like, I think I was midway through, I was 18. My mate asked me because he started it. He asked me, "Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. What do I need to do?" He was like, "Just wear normal clothes. Make sure you have proper eye protection, and you can rent a rifle." I was like, oh, "Okay." But then that we went to that time on the day it was meant to go. I think it got cancelled. I was like, "I'm really upset. I was really looking forward to go."
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so instead of waiting to then use another rental rifle, I was like, I'm going to go on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. So I went and bought my first M4. I think it was a Colt Fox M4.
Okay.
It came with like a red dot, sling, grip, pec box. It was it was the best thing that I had. I was like, at the time, I was like, this is awesome. Um, but I didn't have that for long. I
No,
sold it after like three
it's
weeks.
I can say maybe I can say this for everyone. Once you buy your first replica, the second one is coming faster than you
Yeah.
think. So
hmm Was like, I think my second rifle I got was a ARP9. It was a
yeah,
black and red one. I really regret selling that because I later on recently built a ARP9 bottle stock and I loved it to bits. But then I just changed back to M4 because it's easier. Um, but yeah, that I love that ARP. It was wicked. And then I got given a Glock 18C.
yeah,
Because when I used to work at David Lloyd's, the gym, and I used to get like free platinum memberships to give out. So I gave the membership to my mate, and he just gave me a Glock 18C for it. I was like, okay, that's
nice
free.
trade, nice trade.
Um, that works out me good. And I still have that Glock to this day. I don't use it because I don't want it to break. I just leave it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just all those people you meet when you first start. I feel like they stay with you. You always remember that you like your first couple of times going.
Yeah, definitely. And it's actually nice to do it with some old friends of
Mm.
yours and
Yeah,
start it. And the best thing what you can always hope for is to keep doing it together.
yeah,
And at one time maybe you're gonna take different paths because
yeah.
the one is more involved in speedsoft than the other one likes more
Mm.
milsim or just regular skirmishes or anything like that. But yeah, it's always nice to do it with a good
Mm.
friend of yours.
Because
And
I was like one of the only ones in like our group that we went with that actually like wanted to take this seriously.
okay,
Like we went like probably once or twice a month, and then I was like, I want to do this more often. So I was going like two times, three times, four times a week, as much as I could, because at the time I was at
okay,
college, I think. Yeah, I was at college. And I was in the evenings, I was free, and might as well go for a couple of hours, go shoot some BBs. Um, and I had fun, and that's what got me into it. I was like, I'm really intrigued now, and that's when I met Crypt, off from Rush, and he was speaking about Rush and Speedsoft and all this. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. What I forgot to mention though is in between that time of me getting my parents telling me I can't do it, and then starting, I used to like love doing like Laser Force, like Laser Quest.
Is it like laser shooting?
Yeah, so it's like you wear these like chest plates that light
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You know, I used to love doing that, and there was one like not far from my house. I used to go there, and I was like, I love it. It's like £8 for like 8 hours. It was so cheap.
Damn.
I used to go there. I used to go there for like birthday parties when I was younger. I went there, and I was just running around, like beating all these people that are, like 20 years old at the age of like 14. I was like top of the leaderboard. I managed to get into the top 100 in Leicester, where I'm from. At that
Damn.
site, I think I got like 40,000 points. Like each kill was 20 points. So I managed to get all these when at the age of like 14 doing this. And that's where my jersey name Ollix came from, because it was actually a spelling mistake. So
Okay.
I told them my name was Ollie, and that they put an X instead of an E,
Okay.
and that's just stuck ever since. Um, so that's where that originated from, and I
Okay,
just remembered
that's
that now. I've completely forgot about that.
to be honest, that's nice. If you have like a name where
Mm.
there's a kind of a story behind it, and
Yeah,
it's a spelling mistake, but on the
yeah,
end, it became a thing for you. So
yeah,
you already had your name. So
exactly.
actually, when we are speaking about that, your number is 05.
Yes.
Is there a meaning behind it?
There's actually a lot of things like linked to the number five. Like, um, I was born in 2005.
Okay.
Um, my girlfriend's was born on the 5th
Okay.
of the month. Um, and then what was it? There's a few more. I think then we got together on the 5th of the month as well. So each 5th of the month was our anniversary. So it's like we might as well have number five now because it's so
Yeah.
many different meanings and it links to her. So it's something she can be happy about as well.
Okay, okay. If the wife's happy wife is happy life. So,
Exactly. Happy wife,
okay,
happy
nice.
life.
No, but to me, for me personally, I think it's always important if you have like a name or like a number. It's always important if it has like a meaning.
Yeah.
And it's my opinion because
Mm.
otherwise you can take any number you want, but on the end, just give it your personal touch.
Hmm.
And for you, it's your birthday. It's it's your birth year,
Yeah.
the birthday of your girlfriend, when you were together with your girlfriend,
Mm.
and many, many more. It's like a
Yeah.
whole loop of many, many things. So, yeah, that's nice, man. And with the name too, it's a spelling mistake, but on the end, it became your real name.
Exactly.
So let's go. Okay, Ollie. I was almost gonna say Ollix right now. No, Ollie, since you're still, like I said, a baby in the speedsoft world,
Yeah.
um, you are grinding hard. Like you said, are trying to go every week to the
Yeah.
field and work hard and cook on the field and train and
Mm.
get the trails done. Who is like a big inspiration for you? Because you are still so young to the sport.
Mm.
There are some people you are looking up to.
Yeah. So I think I put it on my Instagram story not too long ago when I got some questions through, and there was like four main people that I've watched and seen since I've started, and one of them was TT,
Yeah.
and another one was Junkie. Like just the stuff he does at the age of 40 or older than 40, I don't know, but
I
is
can I
insane.
I can say you one thing. Junkie is for me, and I said it to him a couple of times personally. He is still the goat of the whole speedsoft
Hmm.
world. The way he is always one step before the others, it's insane.
Hmm.
And the winning streak he had, and just the mindset, the game sense, everything.
Mm.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's really the legend, the goat.
Hmm.
So it's up to us to become a new goat. So,
Exactly.
and you said Titi, and what do you like about Titi? Like, what is his inspiration for you?
For one, like his trigger finger, like
Yeah,
Jesus. Like what I think he was telling me, like was it like 20 rounds a second or something? I don't
yeah,
know,
he can shoot
but
really fast. He can.
it is ridiculous. I was
It's
like,
insane.
how can you move your hand like that?
I I remember it the first time I was playing with TT and Nations Cup 2024. We were yeah. Then we really connected with each other,
Mm.
and we were, yeah, telling some secrets and anything like that. and he came up to me and he said like, "Hey, Mushu, check this," and he started triggering with his yeah, pointing
Yeah.
finger. I'm gonna say I don't know the index,
Yeah.
and
Index. Yeah.
then he started with the other one the same. Then with the ring finger, the same. And then with his pinky, the same. And I was like, Titi, what the fuck? Are you for real? And he's
It's
like,
crazy.
bro, damn. I was so amazed by how does he do it? But
Mm.
yeah, it's nice. But on the end, it's not only the
Mm.
shooting that matters. It's the game sense, the accuracy, the athleticism on the field.
Yeah.
So, and any more inspirations you have for becoming a player like that?
I think another one would be a pistol player anyway, would be Hyper J or
Yeah.
Tim.
Okay.
He is the way he moves is wicked. Like, I
Yeah.
was watching him at I think it was Globals or Pro Series. Like he moves insane.
Yeah.
Like, he's a very good player.
He's a very hardworking person,
Mm.
and he started not so long ago. Also,
Mm.
he's a hardworking person, like I said, and he's learning a lot and fast.
Yeah.
He is really locked in, and his movement, of course, he has kind of a benefit of being small and yeah, just flexible.
Yeah.
What it makes it easier to play as a pistol.
Mm.
So yeah, he's really becoming a good player. So
100%.
definitely.
Mm.
To be honest, Ollie, since this will be your first year competing in a league, is it in UK? Is it in NSL? What are some goals you set for yourself to become a better player, a better teammate, or just yeah, overall a good player?
I think one thing my aim for this year would be to come home with a medal from NSL.
Okay.
That would be a massive achievement for me. For my first season and first competition, to come home with a medal would be massive. But anything could happen. But
Yeah.
that'd be one thing. Um, but also bonding with the team as well, because obviously I am fresh on the team. So the more I know the team behind the scenes, the more I can know on the field as well. Like if you can trust someone on the field, you can also trust them off the field, or
Yeah.
the vice versa.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
so just bonding with the team as well. So that'll be a good thing about going to NSL because it's a holiday at the same time. Because for us, we're going to a different country,
Yeah.
and we're spending a whole week there. So just spending a week with the whole team, all of us together, just having that time with each other as well.
The real benefit of going over to a different country and traveling is all about the bonding. If you can bond with your team and just get to know each other way
Mm.
better on different levels, like personally in different situations, at dinner maybe when
Yeah,
you're drunk, it doesn't matter how,
mm.
or just becoming better friends and getting to know each other
Yeah,
way better off the field will shine on the field.
yeah.
That's one of the things. So,
Mm.
any more goals you're aiming for this year?
Um, I feel like uh, my field awareness would be I want to get that even better.
Yeah,
Obviously, that will grow with more time playing, more times competing, and having that experience on the field, gaining more experience, playing more on field, um, going to more competitions,
yeah.
competing more. Just again that more experience under my belt. Because at the moment, I've not competed over there. I don't know how it is from my point of view. I've seen
Hmm.
videos, I've seen people's POV videos. I can see what it will look like, but I don't know how it will feel. So that'll be good to first experience that and have more experience, and then potentially play in Pro Series at some time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Are you going for the tryout this year for the GBT?
I will be. Fingers crossed I do get on, but I will be going anyway. And even if it's just for the experience and playing
Yeah,
with the top players in the UK, um, just being around them to be
yeah,
the best, you got to be with the best. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So I see it as just another training session. The
yeah,
more you learn,
definitely. The more
um,
you learn, the better you become. So.
yeah, exactly.
I maybe I have to let you down a little bit. You chose the wrong platform. I'm gonna say you choose for an M4.
Hmm.
Uh, as a newer player, it's always difficult, and it doesn't say you're not gonna make it. I am rooting for you. I'm willing that you go over there and show yourself. But an M4 player is more difficult to replace than a pistol. A pistol is more like if you are coming in as a new player, as a pistol
Mm.
player, but you are athletic from the beginning. You are flexible. You are fast. You can hear right from what the people are saying, and you
Yeah,
know all your calls. Even you don't have the game sense. People are more willing to take a risk on a pistol player than on an M4 player.
yeah.
But on the end, it's your first season. It's
Hmm.
all up to you. So the only thing I can say to you is show yourself, prove yourself, and
Exactly.
yeah, just prove them wrong. So let's get it, man.
Exactly. But people are going to be thinking like, who is this guy? Who's that guy? I've never seen him before.
Yeah,
And I want that to be like, actually, I know that guy now. He played well at Challenger 1.
yeah,
Let's watch out for him in Challenger 2, Challenger 3, and then so on and so on. So I want to like stamp my mark and be like, this is me now.
yeah. You
I'm new,
want
but I'm here to play, not to mess around.
okay, then that's a very good mindset to begin with.
Mm.
Um, to be honest, you said you are going to compete this year in the NSL,
Yeah.
the whole Challengers League.
Mhm.
Are you going to be active in the UK too? Are you going to play in the UK a lot
Uh,
or less? Are you more
I will be
focused on NSL or both?
I'll be doing both. So uh, I know Speed Arena are doing the SLC competitions. So I'll be definitely going to every single SLC as well. If I can get to Bunker at the same time, maybe I'll do that as well. It's just depending on money and time as well. Because
No.
I've got to put forward rush training. So
Yeah.
if I'm missing rush training to go compete at Bunker, that's a bit iffy. Because obviously, yeah. But if I do SLC, Bunker, and NSL, that's a bonus.
Yeah, of course. Doing the most you can and just play everything you can.
Mhm.
Having the play time on the field will only make you a stronger
Exactly.
player and person. So you, like you said, one of your goals is having the game sense and just the game awareness.
Mm.
And this is nothing you can train. You can kind of train it by watching film, watching tournaments, watching
Yeah.
training, watching other people play, and etc., etc. But on the end, it all comes down to you. Are
Mhm.
you willing to go to the field every week, every hour, put in the work to make yourself better? And
Exactly.
as I hear you saying right now and in this chat, I have to say you have good mindset. You are willing to put in a lot of work. So I'm expecting high I have high expectations for you. You said you're gonna train hard. I want to see it
Mhm.
on challengers. So
You will do. Because one thing with me, and I've had conversations with Sal and Jordan as well. But I'm never satisfied with my own ability because I feel like if you are satisfied, you'll lay off the gas, and as soon as you lay off the gas, you'll fall off.
no,
So
definitely.
while I'll keep the gas down, keep going, keep going, keep going, but not overwork myself because when injuries come in, or then I want to back off. So
Yeah.
going at that steady pace, but also learning, still training, and never be satisfied.
Yeah, one of the tips I can give you, what because I see myself a little bit in you. When I started, I was also kind of around 20 years old.
Hmm.
I was always active in another sport on a high level. I
Yeah.
was always dedicated to it, and when I became when I explored airsoft, speedsoft, I was really into it, and I was willing to put in the work. But if you
Yeah.
know you are 20 years old. You have guys already 28, 30, and maybe over that.
Mhm.
You are a fit person. You are athletic. You
Yeah.
have a lot of potential, and you have to um, work on that. You
Mhm.
have all these benefits. Use them to become a good player. And
Yeah.
that's what I did. The only thing what my tip I was going to say is don't only do the work on the field, do the work beside the
Yeah.
field too. Because I had once an injury on my knee and I knew from myself I had weak knees
Mhm.
and I didn't put in the work in the gym.
Yeah.
And if you do both, you will be even more and just better. You will be
Yeah.
the best you can ever be. So that is one tip I would give you.
Mhm.
Work behind the scenes too, because it's necessary to become like the real good player on the team. So
Like one person we'll shout out about that is Carl from Rush,
yeah,
tailor-made conditioning. He's insane. He's a good
yeah,
guy.
I
He's
know.
always willing to help out.
Yeah, I'm also working with Carl. He's helping me a
Yeah.
lot. That's why I'm saying it. And
Mm.
I have to say, I just before the episode, I had a chat with him, and he's always checking in on me and like asking me like, how is the training going? And
Yeah.
I have to say, this is my very first time. I had the gym already for a long time, and I did a lot of functional training and
Yeah.
endurance training, sprinting, bicycle, anything, field track, everything.
Yeah.
But right now, what I'm working on in the gym is one of the things I enjoyed the most. And what I'm saying with it is, once I'm done with my session, I feel amused, I feel relaxed, and I
Yeah.
really feel like, okay, hey, Mushe, you did a good job.
Yeah.
In 2 days, we go back. And
Exactly.
the feeling I get is just I want to do more. I want to improve more and
Mhm.
more and more and more. And Carl is really helping me with this,
Yes.
and he's a really good guy. And it's lucky to have one. It's we are very lucky to have one of a person like Carl in this scene because
Yeah.
it's if you are willing to put in the work, it's always difficult to find out
Yeah.
about personal trainers and everything like that. And also on the end, with a lot of personal trainers, they don't understand what we are doing and they
Mm.
don't understand where we need to work on.
Exactly.
But the benefit with Carl is he does it himself.
Hmm.
So he knows what you need to work on. And this is a real big benefit. So I'm just saying it for all the listeners. If you are looking for help for in the gym or anything, reach out to Rush Call. Just give him a message, give him a DM. He will definitely help you to reach your full potential.
100%.
Carl, thank you for helping me out. You're my man, for real.
Big love to Carl. He's a
Big
he's a good
love.
guy.
Yeah, and he's to be honest, he's already working with a lot of the guys in the Pro
Mm.
Series. And to be honest, to have him on the team, it's even way better than just an
Yeah.
external person. So is to be honest, like Carl, is he helping you kind of a little bit with the training, or is he more like it's over to the guys who know more of it?
Um, with as in training, as in body conditioning, or as in field training.
Field training, maybe just like technical stuff because he knows how the body works and where to work on. So,
Um, yeah, I think yeah, he does. He does a lot. He's always helping with the warm-ups, or
okay,
if he sees someone doing something that they're going to get injured with,
yeah,
he'll be the first one to get on it and be like, do this differently. Because the last thing I want is you getting injured.
yeah, no,
Um,
definitely.
so he's always got that mindset of helping people, even in those situations.
Okay, that's good. It's actually very lucky to have one
Hmm.
like Carl on the team. So yeah, damn. Um, okay, I have another question for you.
Hmm.
Since, like I said, it's your first year, you're gonna play with Rush Recon. You're gonna play in Challengers NSL this year.
Hmm.
Tell me, what are the odds for this year?
Who do you think's going to win? Or
Who do you think who's going to win? And how far is Rush gonna kick it in the whole league?
I think Rush are going to do very well. We've got the mentality for it. We've been putting in the work for it, and we won't settle for anything less. Um, we're getting a bit of slack from some of the UK teams saying we don't go anywhere, we don't compete, and we want to prove them wrong without
Yeah,
saying anything.
that's a perfect mindset. I'm just gonna say you guys are one of the two teams from the UK going
Mhm.
over to play to going to play to different teams. They are
Mhm.
different than the UK, playing different, mindset
Yeah.
different. Everything is different. You guys are doing it. The rest is not doing it. What's
Mm.
their excuse? So it's as easy as that.
We want to play the big dogs. We want
Yeah,
to do it.
definitely. You only will become better if you play the best of the best.
Exactly.
So
everyone can rental bash, but you don't learn anything from it. You just keep doing the same thing. But
no,
if you go over
definitely.
there and you go against the best, you're going to learn more.
Yeah, definitely. So, what are the odds?
Um, I do think Rush we'll be in top three. I don't
Okay.
want to jinx it by saying we'll win, but we'll be in top three for
Okay.
sure. Um, we are hungry for that Pro Series spot. Sal can't reiterate it enough to the lads that he wants this Pro Series next year.
Okay.
So we'll be putting in the work. We don't want to let him down. He's been putting the time in for to help us all, so we want to repay that. So we will get that Pro Series spot.
And to be honest, you guys are very lucky to have Sal as a team captain
Exactly.
because he has a field, so it's easier for you
Hmm.
guys to train. So the odds are very high for you guys because
Hmm.
you are one of the teams who can train a lot. So
Exactly.
you can prepare a lot for all the events you will be going to.
Hmm.
So of course it's still a different field, but on the end,
Yeah.
if you don't know the field, but you have a very good communication
Mm.
and synergy with the team, it kicks off not knowing the game, not knowing the field.
Yeah.
So, of course, on specific times in the game, it will always come down of how good do you know the angles, and but still, this is something you can achieve during playing. Even for me, when on globals, it was different field, same layout,
Hmm.
but on the end, once you are playing, once you are playing the games over and over and over and going to different positions, you will unlock new blind spots. It's always like this.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
this is something if you can train on the same field, okay, it's always better. But on the end, if you can train every week and train hard and train, of course, on the right way, you can
Hmm.
achieve big things.
100%.
So to be honest, for me too, for Rush Recon, the odds are high. It's just, can you prove it or
Hmm.
will you be proven wrong? So
Exactly.
let's see what
Anything could
this year will
happen.
bring.
Like anything
Yeah.
could happen.
Okay.
But I know we are hungry for it. So, and
Okay.
I'm speaking for everyone on the team, not just myself. We all want it.
Okay. Super. Um, okay, Ollie. We are going to bring in one of the special guests.
Okay.
The other one couldn't make it yet. Maybe he can still join us in a couple of minutes. We
Hmm.
don't know. But we're gonna bring on the first guest so we can go over to the next topic.
Yes, exactly.
Um, let's hope he is not doing something. He's joining in.
Yo,
Let's. Here he is. Yo, Titi.
what's up?
First of all, I'm gonna ask you, explain to the listeners and to everyone who are you and where you're tuning in from.
Hello guys. I'm Titi. Um, my real name is Thibaut. Not many of you know that. I'm now a player of Hakai. So yeah, big things are coming.
And Titi, where you're tuning in from? Where you are right now?
Belgium.
Belgium. Oh damn, are you from Belgium?
Yes, sir.
Oh damn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go. With Titi, it's a special guest, but of course, Ollie knows why he's a special guest. We are going over to the next topic because Ollie is not only a player, Ollie is also an owner of a new brand called Crypt. Um, Ollie, first of all, I want to ask you something. Why what was the idea behind creating a brand and creating just Gripped?
So, like, since day one, I've been wearing gloves or having patches that they don't look right to me. I want something personalized to me, but also with the gloves aspect, there's always they'll either rip in or they're getting really damp or just breaking. So I was like, one of the main things I was like, I want to do this, but when is the time right? So once I'm already in the speedsoft scene, slowly getting bigger, but I use it to my advantage and try and build something. That's when Gripped came along. Had the idea, and I was like, the reason I got Grip is because obviously the gloves in the first place, and what could link towards gloves, but not just gloves at the same time. So grip came along. So I won't say what products we've got in line yet. We'll leave that for a little bit. But that's where that came from. And grips is kind of linked to gloves because you have the grip on your hands. But yeah, also get a grip. That's another thing linked towards grip we've got. So it's split into half. So we have get a grip is more of the movement. It's like a lot of people shout get out. A lot of people are toxic. So there's one thing to say back at them, get a grip, sort your shit out, stop being a dick. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously we have grits as in the product range. So trying to keep that a little bit separate.
Okay. So actually, Grip is more the product line and the whole brand, and Get a Grip is more like the community-wise saying something like get out or get a grip, get out.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, nice. And like you said, you are going to make gloves. One of the things you are going to make. It will be one of the first airsoft brands who are going to make gloves, I think.
Exactly.
Okay, and you said like the reason behind why you are making gloves is most of the guys, when they are buying gloves, is most of the time mountain bike gloves, maybe lifting gloves, maybe motorcycle gloves, it doesn't matter, or maybe paintball gloves. But
Yeah.
on the end, the problem with the gloves is most of the time they are too thick.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like you can't fit your finger in the magwell of your pistol, or you can't feel your trigger on your M4 because it's too much padding and you can't get that speed up. But that's one thing we've been looking into. So like the main features of the gloves would be the skin tight fitment. So they're tight on your hand. So make it feel like you've not actually got a glove on, but instead of having in the photos just your bare hand out, you got something on your hands. So it's something else to have on show as well. But also half length fingers. So a lot of people, when they get a pair of gloves, they cut half the fingers off. So that's something we'll be bringing out, and we don't know if we'll do it to all the fingers yet, or just the first 2 or 3. Because I know people don't really shoot with their pinky or this finger, so it's normally the first 3.
TT can.
Yes, sir.
TT can, yeah. So that's something we'll be looking into as well, but also rubberized grip textures. So that will be also linked to when your glove gets wet, or you don't have much grip on your hands, so you're holding something, it slips out, or when you come off a breakout, you're not aiming right or something because your hands are like moving about and slipping on your rifle or your pistol. So that's another thing we'll be looking into. So you have full control. So like when you don't wear gloves, you've got full control. But when with these, you still have that control because you still got that grip.
Definitely.
But also strength and materials, like I mentioned before, because a lot of gloves rip when under stress, or fade or fall apart or anything. So that's another thing we'll be looking into, to have these materials that are strengthened so they're not going to break unless you trim them up or
so actually
run over them or...
for the whole glove and in itself, you are really looking into to how I need to say it, to really make sure the glove is airsoft / speedsoft resistant. So you can wear it a whole season without actually breaking down or leaving you behind.
Exactly.
Okay, nice. To be honest, it's a nice concept. Like if you can, back in the time when I did BMX racing, I had a glove sponsor, and just the patterns you can do on it, and all the things you can just personalize, and just everything behind it. It's so nice, and it gives you just a more thing to get the drip right. So
yeah, exactly.
Okay, nice.
But also another point for the gloves is, obviously you lot know at NSL field or in the UK on the fields, it gets very wet, and as soon as your glove hits wet, your hands get heavy, your fingers start getting wrinkly, you get cold. So that's another thing we've looked into, is waterproof. So they'll be water resistant, so they won't get filled with water. Water will just run straight off. There'll be no factors of water getting in the way or anything like that. But then also adjustable wrist straps. So your fingers might be fit perfect, but around your wrist you might have a skinnier wrist, or you might have a larger wrist. So having that adjustable wrist strap will allow for people with different sizes or
Okay.
anything like that as well.
Okay, nice. Okay, Ollie, I'm just gonna stop you right there for a moment. I see we have our second special guest.
Oh.
He made it, so let's try to get him in right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking a little bit of time. It's the Belgium connection, of course. Let's wait on if he can make it. I'm just gonna check. Yeah, okay, but we can still go
Yeah.
further. It doesn't matter. He will join in, so don't worry. What can we expect from Gript this year? Oh, look how we have.
Yeah, sorry boys. I'm in the car, so yeah, it's like a little bit dark here, but hello guys. Good evening.
Yo, Marshall.
Yo.
For the guys who don't know you, Marshall, explain us a little bit. Who are you?
I'm a former player of Akai. Previous year I joined Akai. I'm started playing NSL in the team Aztec. They don't exist anymore. They changed the name from Aztec to 187 for the most people they know. And yeah, I'm a M4 player for Akai, and you will see me on the field again this year with also Hakai. So hello guys.
Okay, nice. Okay, Ollie. So what can we expect actually from Grip this year?
So obviously for gloves, we don't know when they'll be released, because that's where TT and Marshall come into play.
Okay.
So not just the ambassadors of the brand, but they're also the product testers. So
Okay.
if it takes 20 samples to get it right, or one sample and they're a perfect first time, it'll be down to these guys to test them, to make sure that they're level. And if when they're ready for them and say, these are good, I want these are perfect, that's when the order will be placed, and we'll get as many in as we can. So not just gloves. I don't know if you've seen socks, like grip socks that footballers wear.
Yeah.
So you're not rolling your ankle, but also having that grip in your footwear as well. So that's another thing we'll be looking into doing. But also grip tape. So I know there's like HK grip tape for like tanks and stuff. So that's another thing we'll be looking into. It's a hard thing to get, but we will make it work.
Okay.
Because it's something we do want to do, because there's linked to the company very well.
Yeah.
And everyone needs it. It's always handy.
And then we can say get a grip, right?
Exactly. Get a grip.
Okay, nice. So actually that means like many people already know, TT and Marshall are the ambassadors of Gript, and their task is actually to test all the products and give their own personal opinion and maybe tweaks here and there to make it to the perfect product it is.
Exactly.
I'm gonna ask you, Titi, are you excited to work with Grip this year?
I'm very excited. The plans that are going to be happening, they're sounding good,
Yeah?
and we will make it happen. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, nice. And Marshall, for you the same. How do you see working with Grip this year?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity that we can work together also. Also, he explains that we also going to try and give it a shot for testing the new upcoming stuff from Gript. Yeah, so I'm excited for this year. So, boys, keep an eye on the Grip, because we're going to take everything over. Just for the merch and all the rest that is coming. So
Okay, so I actually have to say, Ollie, you took one of the two best to test it out, because they are maniacs on the field.
I have seen.
They can be rough with their stuff, but on the end, it's the best to have rough people to test it on the most just rough way. I'm gonna say the hardest way, and just test it on the most. It's sometimes for me it's really difficult to explain it to English, but
Yeah.
you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
No, definitely. These guys are really maniacs on the field, so the products will be tested on the right way. I can say
Exactly.
that.
Well, like we
So,
said earlier, to be the best, surround yourself with the best.
yo, definitely.
Hey,
That's true. Yeah. And actually, so Gript is a very new brand this year. The first drop is it gonna be a drop, or is it more like a drop of the products you are going to bring?
So on the 31st, when this will be released, the podcast, it will be the day of the release of the ideas of the products.
Okay.
We still need more time to get all these finalized, but it's more of an idea of what people will be expecting
Okay.
this year. Don't know when in the year it will be, because it's down to these two guys when they're ready. Because it takes time to get these products sent to me, to then sent to them, to get them tested, sent back to me, all this kind of stuff. So it takes
Yeah.
time, but there will be coming.
Okay.
So keep an eye out. But in the meantime, we will be doing some patches here and there.
Okay.
So the first batch of patches, the pre-release was a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't announced. People that were at Speed Arena, at the TJ and Kodak clinic when TT was there, they knew that was the pre-release. But the rest of them will be getting released today. When it's released. So that'll be good as well. So the patches will be expected in the meantime,
Okay.
to fill in the gaps to until we can get the full products released.
But to be honest, on the end, the tract and the way of working you're taking is the best because you're preferring quality over quantity.
Exactly.
You want to have the best condition of your product to sell to the people where they can rely on.
Yeah.
Instead of just making it, test it one time, okay, it rips here, there, okay, yeah, okay, it's still okay for maybe playing for a half year, then it's for the trash can. So no, you are really taking your time for the quality, something other brands are not doing. So
Yeah.
it's a really good approach of you. For that said, this year is going to be a big launching year for Gript itself.
Yeah.
So let's hope we can see a lot of products. If it will not be products, it will be customized patches, like you see over here for the guys who are watching on YouTube. It's gonna be, to be honest, I have a patch like this. It's how do you say it's stitched, right? It's not
Embroidery.
Yeah, embroidery. Yeah. Okay. It's a good thing because I don't like the PVC because yeah, it's just like a mark you put on and
Yeah. They get
it gives
dirty.
it gives like a more realistic thing to it if it's like I'm gonna say stitched again because I can't pronounce the other thing. Okay, Ollie. How do you see Gript? I'm gonna ask it like that. What are the goals for Gript this year?
I think the goals are one of them will be to get the gloves finalized, hopefully this year, because if we can get that done, that'll be a massive help for the company as well to get that to grow. So the one thing I'll say is, if you buy cheap, you always buy twice. If you're gonna cheap out on something, you're gonna end up buying them twice.
No,
But
definitely.
also with this brand as well, it won't be breaking your bank. I can't say the exact price of the gloves, but there won't be more than £30, £25. So I don't know how that's in euros, 27 or 22 euros. They won't be expensive because speedsoft's expensive as it is. We don't need more people building up more prices on different things that are essentials or non-essentials, but making sure that it's not too expensive for the players as well.
Okay, that's like you said, it's always quality above quantity.
Exactly.
And if you can make, I'm not gonna say cheap, but if you can make a fair price for your gloves, but you don't have to buy them twice because they are bad of quality.
Yeah.
People will be more willing to buy it than not to buy it. Of course, it's always
Exactly.
the price range where there are people are really looking up to. But on the end,
Mhm.
if you have like good reviews of people using it, not ripping apart, having a good quality product,
Yeah,
it's really, really good for the people. So yeah,
100%.
people will definitely buy it if it's a good product. And I'm gonna ask the same for Titi and for Marshall. Titi, for you first, what is one of the goals you want to achieve with Grip this year?
To finalize the gloves for sure. Like I hope like mid this year that it's finished. That's what I'm hoping. Um, to grow gripped in the EU, like on the Pro Series, like man on man talking. So that's the goals. So to make it bigger.
Yeah, to really show off the product,
Yes.
the brand you are working with, so you can make the product and the whole brand bigger.
Yes.
And for you the same, Marshall, what is one of the goals you want to achieve with Grip this year?
Yeah, the first thing, I want to make it big, like just for an example, like full auto only. It's like everyone knows it because everyone's wants like all the patches and you got all a collection and etc etc etc. So we in the beginning we're going to start small, and then eventually I want to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we can make more things and come with some crazy ideas. So yeah, and also like Tiddy said, it's like now from the beginning it's like talking about get a grip, just face to face. People can always ask something about get a grip, and we can explain some info about it. We cannot leak the ideas, of course, but it would be fine. It would be
Okay.
fine, of
Okay.
course.
And okay, Ollie, you have your goals for this year, but
Mm.
we're gonna go over in 5 years. What is one of the things you want to achieve in 5 years with the whole brand?
I think I want to be on par or even better than Full Auto or Slaughter or brands like these. Not to
Yeah.
diss them in any way, just to be on par with them, to be like, we're at this level now. So we can either work with these brands or be alongside them or potentially sponsor teams or even potentially enter as a team as itself. So that'll be something we could look into doing in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, nice. Big things ahead of us. Still, the products aren't going to release yet, but you have a side quest who are the patches with Get a
Mhm.
Grip. So people can still be looking out for that.
Exactly.
Once the gloves are there, TT and Marshall will be the maniacs to test them.
Mhm.
So let's
Sir.
hope they test it well and you can finalize it on the right way. So it's a high quality product. So like you said, you don't have to buy it twice and only once. So
Exactly.
yeah, we have some sweet things ahead of us. So let's see what you guys can cook up and yeah, like you already said, TT and Marshall will be the ambassadors of Gript. So they will be testing out all new products,
Mhm.
gloves to socks to maybe even other things we don't know yet.
Exactly.
You know it better than me, of course.
Mhm. We
But
can't say
no,
too much, but for the first three things, we can say that for now. But
okay.
in the future, we might be able to release more things.
Yeah, you want to don't stick to only one thing. You want to evolve to like an all-round brand who can
Exactly.
make different things.
Mhm.
But most majority of the time, it will be all airsoft related,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
exactly.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Super. Okay. Then with that said, actually, I have all my questions done. Then we can switch over to some questions of the people who asked some questions.
Mhm.
And the first one, maybe a new product you can think about, is from Milson Mayo. He
On.
asked, "Where are the willy warmers?"
Oh, what the? Oh, I knew this one was coming. I told them if they're going to ask questions, keep it PG. But yeah, it's been a running joke. Because since the start, is one of my mates. Since the start, he's been just making jokes about the name Grit, sexualizing it in some ways. But we will not be releasing them in the future. I'll leave that to him to do if he wants to do that, but that won't be happening.
If you would ever make them, I would be definitely buying one. Why not? A Willy
I mean, in the
Warmer
winter
comes.
it does get cold.
Yeah, definitely. And especially in Real Strike, it's very cold over there.
Mhm.
So Willy Warmer will be, yeah, used, definitely. So, okay.
If you can do those ones.
Yes, yes.
The next one is from NSL Alik, Lada Adi, the commentator of NSL, and also
Eddie.
player of the Challengers team. Still, I don't know the name. They still didn't release it yet, so I can't say the name yet. How hard is it to innovate in the airsoft world and come up with new products?
Do you know what? It was actually quite difficult because there's always something very similar. Even with names of brands, there's always something similar. So trying to find a new name was hard as well. But finding new products, you can never really find something new because there's always something that's been brought out, but you can always adapt something without standing on other people's toes. So that's why we've got the gloves coming in because no one's really done that in the speedsoft scene. I know other brands have done it. I won't mention other brands, but other brands have done it. But we want to be better than that. We want to take it to a new level, but also beat their prices. So that'll be something that it is hard to try and find new products to make, but it's adapting products that are always there, make them better.
No, definitely. It's Airsoft world is still a small community. It's growing every year. Hopefully, it will grow to a big sport once. But yeah, on the end, like you said, it's very difficult to innovate really in the airsoft world because it takes a lot of money, and you
It
need
does.
products what people are looking for, of course.
Mhm.
And like with the gloves, it's nice to have gloves for airsoft by airsoft.
Yeah.
So and also with grip tape, that would be a real banger. Because of
Mhm.
course we still have all the other brands who are coming with the grip tape, but sometimes it's difficult to get them, or it's sold out. And to be honest, if people from airsoft would see like this is a brand from the airsoft, they have grip tape or something else. We airsofters will always look first for brands of airsoft instead of going over too cheap rip-off or anything what is considered that. So okay. Next one is from Heavy Airsoft. Are you familiar with him? He's a AUP brand in the US.
Yeah.
And he asked Grip X Heavy collab. Would we see it coming? Who knows?
I mean, potentially. It could be something we'll look into. We'll have to speak to him privately, but I'm not turned down by the idea as of now. Obviously, we'll focus on the company and get all these products first. But as soon as we've got them done, that's when we can start looking at different brands and potentially working with other people.
Okay, nice. Yeah, of course, it's a replica brand.
Mm.
It's difficult, but let's see what you guys can cook up, right?
Exactly. Never say never.
Never say never. That's right. Next one is from GeForce 19 from Australia. He asked, "How gripped is too gripped?"
I don't know really how to answer that question.
I'm to be honest, I'm not sure if you write it right or not, because it was like I didn't know how to interpret how to look at this question. Was how gripped is too gripped or how gripped is too gripped?
I think it would be how how much grip is too much grip in that way. But I think too much grip is a big issue. But then also not enough grip is also an issue. So it's finding that middle ground.
Yeah.
But we'll find out.
If there is too much grip, just make it wet.
Exactly. Water it down.
Water it down. That's the easiest thing to do. The next one is from VK Flex.
Flex, the main man.
Some of your favorite international players and why you look up to them.
First of all, Flex, I love him to bits. He's one of the nicest guys. So big props to him. Obviously, he's one of the players that first spoke to me when I first started in the scene. Since I joined Rush, he's been speaking to me, helping me out in ways. Obviously, he's a pistol player, but he still helped me just in general things on the field. But international players, I think I mentioned it earlier. Obviously, we have Junkie, TT, Hyper J, and then I would say, if I was going to say UK as well, I would say Salah and Jordan, because they helped me grow to where I am now. They've put in the time and helped me. So I would say those two as well if we're saying UK, but obviously I've mentioned before the other players internationally.
Okay, nice. I have to say this is one of my favorite questions. It's from Robert from Hakai, and he asks, "Why is Titi such an NPC?"
No, man.
Why
TT is
is
TT.
why is Titi such an NPC? I'm gonna ask you, Ollie. Do you know the story behind it?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna tell you the story, and I remember it until today. Titi was still playing with Terra Knights.
Yeah.
Hakai wasn't playing. Terra Knights was playing against, I think, second to none. Hakai was standing upstairs. Titi is clearing the field. He's completely clearing the field. And the thing he does is he clears down the field. He goes over the 50. He stops at the bunker. He looks like this. He looks down. It is like processing in his head. He looks down. And he tries, but the buzzer was done. He already heard the buzzer. He was like 2 seconds watching at the flag. It was right by his feet. He was like, and then it came in his head. Oh, maybe I need to take it to have a snatch. So
I needed an update.
yeah,
I was updating.
Yeah,
it was still processing.
Yeah, that's a big fuck up. But hey, we still won, so
It's
You
what
still
makes
won.
TT.
Yeah, to be honest, Titi is a lovely guy to hang around with, but don't give him a job. I noticed when I ask him something, like just Titi, go ask to the bar, take a scuba bottle. I said to him, we're gonna pay later. He comes back. Titi, where's the scuba? Oh yeah. I said, yeah, why? I don't know. I said, bro, how? He just needed to take a scuba bottle. I was like, come on, Titi, how difficult is it? He's a good guy. He shoots a lot, that's a good thing.
yes,
Mhm.
sir.
he likes it.
Yes,
He's
sir.
one of a kind. You'll never find another TT.
No, that's true. That's true. TT NPC.
Oh man,
No.
no, please.
Last question is from PSB Legjun. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. The top 3 up and comers in the UK.
Oh, that's a big one. Up and coming players in the UK.
Hey, just right. Otherwise, people are gonna shout you out in the UK.
Yeah, I've already had that of naming them before. So I've got to be careful here. I either say what people want to hear or I say my opinion. So I'm going to go for my opinion. So forgive.
Be honest with me. Be honest.
I think TSR walks. He'll be one player. He played very well in the last bunker comp. Literally, I think it was last weekend, so like 2 days ago. He played very well, and he's improved a lot. And it shows from in training. So I'll definitely say TSR walks. He's upcoming 100%. Then another one, Ethan Quayle. So he's the new player for OB. He's 15, and he is a menace. He is insane on that field. At the age he is, and where he's at now, he's a very good player. I don't know if you lot know any of these players at the moment, but for number 3, upcoming.
To be honest, all the names you are saying is difficult for me because the scene in the UK is growing so fast. I don't know the names. And for me, to be honest, I was actually considering this year to switch our jersey names to our regular names because it shows we are not doing it though, but it was just an idea. But on the end, it shows more professionalism, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You are saying people by their name, and of course, I was talking with some guys about this idea, and on the end, they said to me like, "Yeah, but airsoft is kind of related by gaming, and in gaming you use like nicknames and everything, and even for Marshall, it's his nickname, but on the end, it's his family name, so." It's kind of like that. So, and for me, Musha, it doesn't say anything about my regular name. It's just, a funny thing years ago. So I just sticked with it. And for me, it was my gamer tag. So yeah, it's always difficult if you hear all these names because on one point people will have similar names. I'm just gonna say. Let me say like hyper. I think we have hyper in UA, so in Europe, but we still have a hyper in, I think, Australia.
Yeah.
It's a common name. And then you are talking about hyper. Of course, we know right now hyper is from second to none from Germany. Okay, we know it's this guy, but on the end it's okay, who is hyper? That's why with me, behind the mask podcast, I'm always using like the regular names. Why? Because it really shows who's behind the mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is a person in real life. So that's why. But yeah, on the end, everyone wants to stick with the nickname. So yeah,
exactly.
I just lay down by it. So we still need a last one. Who is your third person?
I feel like I'd have to go for one of my good friends, Kenzo. He's recently just joined Rush. Playing speedsoft is similar, same time as me as well. But the way he's progressed in the time he's played on the field, wow, he's a very quick player.
Okay.
I can't say too much because I don't want to give away anything for challenges, but he's a very good player. So watch out for him.
To be honest, it's funny that name I know because I saw him passing by this today on the Instagram page. So that name I know. So
yeah, there's one you know.
Okay. For the end, if you have any questions or anything to say with your ambassadors or any shout outs you want to do, just the camera is yours. Take your time.
First of all, thank you for having me on the podcast. It's a pleasure. I'll let TT and Marshall shout out who they want to first.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So TT, you go. You shout out whatever you want to
do. I'll shout out Gripped, Hakai, my mom and dad for supporting me in the sport, my brother as well, and the good community we have.
It's growing, definitely.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's for me. My shout out.
Marshall, any shout outs you want to do?
First, my mom and dad. They're always supporting me at home. My girlfriend, she's my number one supporter. Every time she's the motivation. She give me the motivation to every time come and play and train and train and train. And yeah, also big shout out to Gript, also to Akai, the team, yeah, and also to the community for making a good year and making improvements for everyone, every team, and yeah, that's it.
Shout out to Vinci as well. Vinci Custom.
Yeah, also
Yes, sir.
shout out to Theo Griezmann.
All our sponsors, of
Also
course.
Vinci,
Yeah.
of course.
Carbon. Every sponsor.
Battle Flare.
Also here you
Battle
see
Flare,
it.
yes, sir.
You see it on my hoodie, Battle Flare. Don't forget it. The best high kappa parts there is. So
No. I can say one thing, Ollie, for sure, check out the Pro Series this year. It's going to be fire, for real. Every team is training hard. Let's hope everyone is training on the right way.
Yeah.
It will prove on the field, of course. It will
I will be watching Hakai this
Yeah,
year.
definitely. Okay, damn.
100%.
We will have some supporters. Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it's gonna be a crazy year. In Pro Series and in Challengers. I just saw this week Saviors is losing Cringe, a key player to them. We have Murder, also Cringe, great rehab. It's very unlucky. I wish you the best and just a good rehab. Yeah, definitely for Pro Series, it's going to be a heavy year. We have some banger teams. And I think Challengers, damn, it's going to be madness over there. It's going to be fighting for the top three, to really
100%.
make the Pro Series. Yeah, just the last thing I can say to you for the Challengers is prepare for the overshooting, because what you see in Challengers is twice as hard in Pro Series. So let's see
Exactly.
let's see if you can handle it.
Well, on notes of challenges, big shout out to Rush for taking me on and helping me to where I am now. Big shout out to Sal and Jordan especially. They were the main two that have been helping me since day one. Also, all the other Rush players as well, they've been helping me. And then obviously shout out to Grips. Let's get this growing. Keep an eye out. Products will be coming as soon as we can get them out. And a big thank you to TT and Marshall. They have been helping a lot behind the scenes to helping grow as well. Then obviously my girlfriend, appreciate her so much, keeping me going, slapping me about, trying to get me to keep on going even when I don't want to do it. But yeah, appreciate her a lot. And then obviously my page, Rush Ollix, keep an eye out on there. If you want to see any footage from Challenger 1, it will be on there as well. Or just keep an eye out because you will see me there. So
Okay,
yeah.
nice. Big things coming up for Rush, for Gripped.
Yes.
So guys, keep an eye out on both. And yeah, let's next time I will see you will be on the Challengers on the other side, sadly enough. So we will see if you're ready or not. Of course, you are lucky. I'm not playing. I can't play. I'm not allowed to play, but I will be behind my drawing board and making the plays and giving my insights where needed. So with that said, Ollie, Titi, Marshall, thank you, Tree, for coming over to the show. Yeah, like I said, Gript is having some big things coming up this year. It's like a launching year, we can say, for Gript. These two maniacs who are Titi and Marshall will be testing everything out. So let's hope they test it well, so it can be released very soon. With that said, I'm gonna end it here, guys. It was lovely to sit down with you all and have a great chat. And for everyone listening, see you in the next ciao.
Peace.
Oh, guys, already again another episode. We are going strong, I have to say. Yeah, We are going strong. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was kind of different episode, but on the end, we are doing it for everyone. We are doing it for you guys, especially, and for brands, new brands, established brands, formats, everything you can imagine. It's all for them. It's all for the airsoft community. So the only thing I'm gonna say is, let's hope you guys enjoy this one. And for the rest, guys, if you want to stay tuned with Behind the Mask podcast, make sure, if you are listening on YouTube or on Spotify, make sure to push on the subscribe button and turn on the notifications, because as many know, every week we have a new episode with new guests. And I can assure you, I'm setting up my next episode, and we are doing something way different. So if you want to stay tuned, make sure to follow us on every platform to support me and of course the podcast. And we will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, guys.